Most new projects are doomed before they even begin. It is a hard truth to hear, but an important one. You have a brilliant idea, a spark of inspiration that feels like pure magic. You spend weeks, months, or even years pouring your heart, soul, savings into building it. You polish every detail until it shines. Then, you launch it to the world, expecting applause and success. Instead, you hear silence. This silence is the sound of a market that does not care. It is the sound of a product nobody asked for, a solution to a problem nobody had. It is a preventable tragedy, one that happens far too often. The good news is that you can avoid this fate. You can sidestep the heartache and wasted effort. You can build something that matters, something people are waiting for. It all starts by asking one simple question before you write a single line of code or sketch a single design. That question is, who is this for? And what do they truly want? This is not about asking your friends if they like your idea. Friends are kind. The market is not kind. It is honest. Market research is simply the disciplined process of listening to that honest market before you commit your resources. It is the cheapest insurance you will ever buy for your idea. Many smart people skip this step. They fall in love with their own solution. They assume everyone thinks like them. They believe their passion alone is enough to create demand. Another mistake is listening only to the loudest voices, or mistaking a few positive comments for a genuine market signal. We often build for an imaginary customer. We trust small samples and ignore the quiet majority. We forget to look at what competitors are already doing, and more importantly, what customers are already buying. But you can be different. You can choose to listen first. You can choose to build with empathy, not just enthusiasm. The goal is not to prove your idea is good. The goal is to find out if it is needed. This shift in mindset changes everything. It turns the terrifying prospect of failure into a simple process of discovery. It gives you the power to find the people who are looking for you and to create something they will be grateful for. This is not about complex spreadsheets or expensive consultants. It is about being a curious and humble detective, searching for real human needs. So, how do you become this curious detective? How do you find the answers you need without a big budget or a team of experts? It is simpler than you think. You do not need a PhD in statistics or a corner office with a view. You just need a clear process to follow, a proven path that takes you from a hopeful guess to a confident decision. This essay will give you that path. It is a 20-minute crash course designed to give you the essential tools and steps to understand your market quickly and effectively. No jargon, no fluff. Just practical, actionable advice you can start using today. We will break the entire process down into 6 simple, logical steps. This is your roadmap. First, we will define your goal. What specific question do you need to answer? Who exactly are you trying to serve? Second, we will choose your methods. You will learn how to pick the right tools for the job. Simple surveys, quick interviews. Third, we will gather the data. I will show you how to collect honest feedback without spending a fortune. Fourth, we will analyze your findings. You will learn to spot patterns, pull meaningful insights from the noise. The 5th step is to make a decision. The data is not the answer. It is a guide. Decide whether to proceed. Pivot. Pause. And finally, the 6th and final step is to run a small test. This is where the rubber meets the road. Validate your decision with a real-world experiment. Minimize risk before you go all in. Each step builds on the last, creating a powerful loop of learning and improvement. This framework is your shield against the silence of an indifferent market. It is your compass for navigating the uncertain terrain of a new venture. We will explore each of these 6 steps in detail. Real examples, free tools, templates you can copy and paste. Our approach will be practical, encouraging, focused on action. By the end, you will not just understand market research. You will have a repeatable system for reducing risk and building things that people genuinely want. You will be ready to stop guessing and start knowing. Imagine you are building a house. You would never start construction without a solid blueprint. You would check the ground, understand the local building codes, make sure the design fits the needs of the family who will live there. To do otherwise would be reckless, a surefire way to build a house that is unsafe, unlivable, or simply unwanted. Launching a new product or service without market research is exactly like that. It is guessing about the foundation, hoping the walls will hold, and praying that someone wants to move in when you are done. It is an enormous and unnecessary risk. Market research is your blueprint for business. It is the disciplined work of understanding the terrain before you build. Its primary job is to reduce risk. Every new venture is a collection of assumptions. You assume people have a certain problem. You assume they will be willing to pay for your solution. You assume you know how to reach them. Research systematically replaces those risky assumptions with real-world evidence. It does not eliminate risk entirely, nothing can, but it dramatically lowers the odds of a catastrophic failure. It helps you avoid betting your time, money, and reputation on a guess. Consider the story of a small company that wanted to launch a high-tech coffee mug that kept drinks at a perfect temperature. Their initial assumption was that everyone wanted this. They spent a year and a small fortune developing a beautiful, complex product. But when they launched, sales were dismal. A simple round of early research would have revealed a crucial insight. Most people were perfectly happy with their existing thermal mugs, especially given the high price of the new technology. The risk was not in their ability to build the mug. The risk was in the market's desire for it. Research is the tool that uncovers that truth early. This is why we call it the cheapest insurance you can buy. A few weeks of focused research can save you from years of wasted effort. It costs a fraction of what it takes to build and market a finished product. The premium is your time and curiosity. The payout is the clarity and confidence to move forward with a validated idea, pivot to a better one, or stop before you invest too heavily in a dead end. It is a small upfront cost that protects you from the much larger downstream cost of market indifference. It is the first, most critical investment in your project's success. At the heart of every successful product is a real customer need. Not a feature, not a technology, but a genuine problem or desire. People do not buy drills because they want drills. They buy drills because they want holes. Your job as a creator, don't fall in love with your drill. Fall in love with the customer's need for a hole. Market research is the only reliable way to find that need. It forces you to step outside your perspective. Enter the world of your potential customer. It is an exercise in empathy. Without research, we invent problems. We see the world through our own skills and passions. An engineer might build a technically elegant but overly complex app. A designer might create a beautiful but impractical piece of furniture. We create solutions searching for a problem. Effective research flips the script. It starts with the problem. It seeks to understand pain points, frustrations, unmet desires, in the customer's own words. It listens for "I wish there was a way to" moments. Think of a startup aiming for a social network for pet owners. Photo sharing, friend requests, event planning. Early interviews revealed something different. The problem wasn't a lack of community, it was the daily anxiety of leaving a dog home alone while at work. Customers didn't want another social app, they wanted peace of mind. That insight made the team pivot. They built a simple connected camera and app to check in on pets. A product that solved the real problem. That's the power of finding the problem first. When you understand the customer's struggle, you design a fitting solution. You're not just selling a product, you're offering relief. Customers will pay for relief from persistent pain more than for a nice-to-have feature. Research surfaces those high-value problems. It's the difference between building what you think is cool and building what customers find indispensable. It's the foundation for lasting value in the marketplace. Section 3. What it costs and where to sell it. Once you have identified a real need, two more critical questions immediately follow. How much are people willing to pay to solve it? And where do you need to be to sell it to them? Answering these questions correctly is often the difference between a profitable business and an expensive hobby. You can have a brilliant product that solves a real problem. But if your price is wrong, or if your customers never see it, your business will fail. Market research provides the essential data you need to set your price and choose your distribution channels with confidence, rather than just guessing. Pricing is one of the most difficult decisions a founder has to make. If you price too high, you might scare away potential customers. If you price too low, you might leave money on the table, or even worse, make your product seem cheap and low quality. Guessing is a terrible strategy. Market research gives you tools to find the sweet spot. You can analyze what competitors charge for similar solutions, surveys, interviews, test different price points directly with your target audience, understanding their perception of value before you ever launch. A small company making artisanal chocolate bars provides a great example. The founders believed their high-quality ingredients justified a premium price of $10 per bar. Taste tests, pricing surveys at local farmers markets. Customers loved the chocolate, but they perceived the $10 price as exorbitant for a simple snack. The data showed that a $6 price point was the sweet spot, high enough to signal quality but accessible enough for an impulse buy. This single insight saved their business model before it ever went to market. Similarly, research helps you understand where your customers are. Where do they shop? What blogs do they read? Which social media platforms do they use? This is about choosing your marketing and sales channels. Selling a B2B software product on TikTok is likely a waste of money, just as selling a niche craft supply only in big box stores would be. Research helps you map your customer's daily journey. It tells you where to place your message so the right people will see it at the right time. It ensures your marketing budget is spent on reaching customers, not shouting into the void. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. For market research, that first step is clarity. Before you write a single survey question or schedule one interview, you must know exactly what you are trying to learn and who you are trying to learn it from. Without a clear goal, your research will be a meandering walk in the woods with no destination. You will collect a lot of interesting but ultimately useless information. A focused goal acts as your compass. Your goal should be a single, specific question you need to answer for your project to move forward. Is your goal to validate if a problem is real? Is it to determine the best price for your new service? Are you trying to figure out which features are most important to your users? Write it down. For example, a good goal is determine if busy parents in urban areas are willing to pay at least $20 a month for a subscription box of healthy, pre-packaged school snacks. This is specific. It defines the problem, the price, the audience. A bad goal is see if people like my snack box idea. It is too vague and provides no clear direction. Once your goal is set, you must define your people. Who specifically are you building this for? Everyone is never the right answer. The more precisely you can describe your target audience, the easier it will be to find them. Think in terms of demographics, behaviors, psychographics. Demographics are the easy facts: age, location, income, gender. Behaviors are what they do, what they buy, what apps they use, where they spend their time online. Psychographics are how they think, their values, their goals, their frustrations. Create a simple persona, a one-page description of your ideal customer. For our snack box example, the target audience is not just parents. It's parents aged 30 to 45 living in major metropolitan areas with household incomes over $75,000 who currently purchase organic foods and express frustration on social media about the lack of healthy, convenient snack options. See the difference? This level of detail makes them real. It tells you where to find them. In organic grocery stores, in parenting groups on Facebook, reading specific blogs. Defining your goal and your people is the essential foundation. It is the work that makes all subsequent steps effective and efficient. With a clear goal and a defined audience, your next step is to choose how you will gather information. This is your research method. There is no single best method. We will focus on 4 primary methods that are accessible, low cost, and highly effective for early-stage research: secondary data, observation, surveys, and interviews. First, always start with secondary data. This is research that someone else has already done. It is the fastest and cheapest way to get a lay of the land. This includes industry reports, government statistics, competitor websites, articles, and forum discussions. Next is observation. This is the simple act of watching how your target audience behaves in their natural environment. If you are designing a better coffee cup, go to a coffee shop and watch people. How do they hold their cups? Do they spill? Do they use a sleeve? Observation is powerful because it reveals what people actually do, not just what they say they do. You can observe people online as well. Finally, you have surveys and interviews. Surveys are great for getting quantitative data, the what and how many, from a larger group of people. Interviews, on the other hand, are for qualitative data, the why. They are deep conversations that help you understand motivations, feelings, and the context behind behaviors. A good research plan often combines these methods. You might start with interviews to form a hypothesis, then use a survey to validate it with a larger audience. The heart of any survey or interview is the questions you ask. A well-designed question can unlock a wealth of insight, while a poorly designed one can lead you completely astray. The key is to create questions that are simple, neutral, and focused on past behavior rather than future speculation. People are notoriously bad at predicting their own future actions. Asking, "Would you buy this product?" is almost useless. Your primary goal is to avoid bias. A biased question leads the respondent toward a particular answer. A better, more neutral question: describe your experience using our app. Always strive to ask open-ended questions that start with words like what, how, why, or tell me about. When designing a survey, keep it short and focused. Aim for a survey that can be completed in 5 minutes or less. Use multiple choice questions for demographic data and scaling questions. Most importantly, include at least 1 or 2 open-ended questions. For interviews, your approach should be more of a conversation than an interrogation. Start by building rapport. Ask them to tell you a story about the last time they experienced the problem. Then, just listen. Follow up with clarifying questions. The goal is to uncover their world, not to pitch your idea. Step D. Collect the data without breaking the bank. Now that you have your goal, your audience, and your questions, it is time to go out and collect the data. Many people stop here because they think this step requires a big budget. This is a myth. You can gather high-quality data using cheap and even free tools. For surveys, free tools like Google Forms or SurveyMonkey are more than powerful enough. The harder part is getting people to fill it out. Post a link to your survey in the specific online communities where your audience gathers. Be polite. Introduce yourself. Explain what you are trying to learn. For interviews, you can find participants in the same online communities. Offer a small incentive for their time. This small gesture dramatically increases response rates. You can conduct these interviews over a simple video call. Instead of asking your friends for their opinion, ask them if they know anyone who fits your target audience profile. This method, known as snowball sampling, can help you reach people you would not otherwise be able to find. Collecting data is an active process. It requires you to be proactive, polite, and persistent in your search for honest feedback. Step E. Analyze and find the story. Collecting data is only half the battle. Your job in the analysis step is to turn that raw material into a clear and actionable insight. You are a detective looking for clues, connecting the dots to find the story the data is trying to tell you. For survey data, start by organizing the responses in a spreadsheet. Visualizing the data makes it much easier to spot patterns. Pay close attention to the percentages. If 85% of your respondents ranked price as their most important consideration, that is a powerful signal. For the open-ended questions and the notes from your interviews, the process is more qualitative. Read through every single response. Start grouping similar comments together. You will begin to see themes emerge. These recurring themes are the heart of your findings. They are the voice of your customer. The final part of your analysis is to synthesize everything into a simple summary. Do not just present a data dump. Tell the story. Start by restating your initial research goal. Then, present the 3 to 5 most important findings. Use direct quotes and specific data points to support each finding. For our snack box example, a key finding might be, while parents want healthy snacks, their primary driver for purchase is convenience. 70% of respondents said they would pay a premium for a solution that saves them time in the morning. This is a clear, actionable insight. We started this journey with a hard truth. Most new projects are doomed to fail. They fail because they are launched into silence, an answer to a question nobody was asking. This failure is heartbreaking, but it is not inevitable. The antidote to this silence is simple. It is the discipline of listening. This is the core promise of market research. We have walked through a simple, 6-step method. Step A, define your goal and your people. Step B, choose your method. Step C, design your questions. Step D, collect the data. Step E, analyze and find the story. Step F, make a decision and run a small test. Remember Clara and her snack happy idea. From a simple frustration to a validated business concept with a waitlist of 60 customers. With less than a few $100s and a couple of weeks of focused effort, now the only thing left is for you to act. Knowledge without action is just trivia. Your first action is this. Choose one goal. What is the single biggest assumption you are making? Your second action is to run one small survey. Find 10 people. Your third and final starting action is to review the results. Read every answer. This small exercise will do more than just give you data. It will begin to train your empathy muscle. This is the first turn of the learning loop. This is how the journey begins. The most important lesson to take away is that market research is not a single event. The research is the real work. It is a continuous process, a never-ending conversation. Building, measuring, learning. This is the heartbeat of every successful modern venture. This is how you build something that matters. That level of connection is impossible to achieve through guesswork. So, go. Start that conversation. The market is speaking all the time. Its problems, its frustrations, its desires. The only question is whether you are willing to stop, be quiet, and listen. Start today, and you will build a future where you are no longer met with silence, but with the enthusiastic gratitude of customers you chose to serve.